East Stroudsburg University men's basketball as the Warriors beat Mansfield tonight 83-58. Coach, the 14th straight win, which ties the school single season record, and probably more importantly to you, the third 20-win season in 4 years.
Yeah, I think we talked about the last game. The four seniors that are getting ready to graduate this year: Gerald Bridges, Dan Clapp, Dwayne Johnson, Terrence King. Probably the most successful tenure in East Stroudsburg University history. And when you can get three 20-win seasons out of the last four, and there's only been 8 in school history, that's a great way to validate it for those guys.
These guys also had an opportunity to play in the first game in ESU history with a top 10 ranking. Not that you guys put a whole lot of emphasis on where you stand nationally at this point. It's a more regional thing and where you're going to be in the Atlantic region. But just overall, did you sense the guys were excited to play with the top 10?
We talked about it. Coming out last weekend, I thought that we didn't play with quite the same energy, maybe the same focus that we had, and we just talked about playing with expectations. That there's more people around the program talking about things, but you still got to go out and play and get back to having some fun and play the way we want to play. And I thought tonight we had a lot more energy. We were able to turn Mansfield over 21 times, which is getting back to the way we want to play a little bit. We had 46 deflections, which is something as coaches we chart to try to show our guys the energy level that we had. So the energy level was there. I thought with the exception of the first 3.5 minutes of the second half when we came out a little bit flat out of the locker room, I thought we did a very good job. And then we got a lot of contributions from a lot of guys off the bench as well.
When you look at that, we had talked, Wiss and Dwayne generally give you 30 or 32 points a game. Tonight they had 14, but Terrence really stepped up and got 20.
Yeah, I mean, you play a lot of people, so you get a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. And, Dwayne had 6 and Wiss had 8. Probably not the nights that they're used to having. But at the same time, we made a concerted effort to get the ball inside. Terrence had 20. DeJohn Tobin had 8 at the 4 spot. Gerald Bridges had 12. So we got a lot of contributions from our guys, and Zach Runkle had 8. So when you look at that, we probably had 48, 50 points from our 4 and 5 spots, and that was an emphasis going into the game. So I thought we did a good job of carrying out the game plan. And sometimes guys have to sacrifice a little bit, and I thought Wiss probably didn't get some of the shots he normally does, but Mansfield was trying to take him away a little bit, and we were able to exploit him inside.
Gerald was your second leading scorer with 12, 4 of 4 from 3. Specifically, probably the play that people will go back and look at is the banked in 3 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, we talk a lot about playing through situations, whether it be offensively or defensively, and that was one of those things. Mansfield was trying to press us a little bit. We had a free throw play that we typically run with about 4 or 5 seconds on the clock. It was 3.9, so we sent Dwayne and Wiss long, which opened up the middle of the floor. What Gerald did, we don't practice. He just made a nice reaction. Tobin found him in the middle of the floor, and Gerald had great composure and made a nice shot. So that gave us a little bit of life going into the locker room and extended the lead to 20 points.
Terrence is now in the top 10 or tied for 10th in school history in career scoring at 12.48. He and Dwayne both came into the game at 12.28, which obviously shows you the balance that they've had, and Dwayne isn't far behind. But we've talked a lot about those two guys, but again, what does it mean to Terrence to be in the top 10 and to you personally to coach him for 4 years?
Well, he's had a great career. He came in as a Rookie of the Year in the league. He's been a second-team All-Conference guy. He's been a first-team nominee to begin the last 2 seasons back-to-back. He was a conference MVP last year and won a conference championship. So he's had a great career. I think when he looks back on it, he's going to feel good about his decision to come to East Stroudsburg University. We definitely feel good about the decision that he made because, as I talked about, one of the most successful tenures in school history, and he's a huge part of that.
You guys have been home now for 3 straight games. You have a nice road winning streak going in 9 straight, but you're on the road Saturday for the first time since the win down in Westchester. Going to Ship and then in Millersville on Wednesday. Those 2 games kind of back-to-back are going to be a big test for you.
Yeah, long trips, and a quick turnaround for Saturday, 3 o'clock game, so it's going to be an early rise for our guys. I'm sure they'll sleep the whole way down. Try to make sure that they wake up before game time. But, if we come out with the same focus we did today and play with the same energy, that's the key for us now moving forward. Is hopefully we peak going into a playoff run. We need to keep that energy, keep that focus, If we can do that, I feel good about our prospects going into the playoffs, and then it's one and done. You got to beat somebody. So we just got to keep the focus of, we got 4 games. Focus on one. Don't worry about anything down the line. So Shippensburg is the next biggest game on our schedule.
You're now 17-1 in the conference. You're 3 games up on Westchester with 4 to play. Regardless of what Westchester does, you know, on Saturday you have a chance to clinch your share of the regular season title.
Yeah, that would be big for us. It was a team goal coming into the year, and we reminded them that on Monday. We talked a little bit about some of the things that they actually put on the board before we went down to our trip at West Virginia. And one of the things was an East Championship, or a share of the East Championship. So that's a goal that not many teams have the opportunity to achieve. So that would be the first one to check off if we're fortunate enough to do that. And then there's things bigger and beyond that if we get the opportunity.
All right, big night for the Warriors and more big things to come for ESU. So thanks, Coach.
Thank you.